Tsunami ball. Remember, no Russian.
Tsunami ball. Remember, no Russian. Hey, come on, that wasn't too bad. I've been working on that for a while now. What's up, guys? Kak here. Brand new video of some MK14 footage on Bakaara. Since I don't know how to pronounce the name of the map pretty well, I'll just say it like that. So, as you can see, I'll be using the MK14 with red dot sight and extended mags. Now, there's a big discussion behind the silencer on the MK14. A lot of people say it doesn't do anything to it, but that would be pretty wrong, considering I've personally tested it multiple times, and after a certain distance, the silencer is not only a 3-shot to the body when it should be a 2-shot, but it's also a 2-shot to the head when it should be a 1-shot. So in this footage, you'll see quite often that I use the 1-shot headshot to my advantage. Otherwise, I will just pull the trigger a lot of times aiming at the body. I find that when using the MK, you're best off finding your own personal fire rate for it, I guess I'll call it. A lot of people like using like the spray method, which is just pulling R very quickly and hoping you'll get 2 shots in there for the kill. A lot of people like firing very slowly and lining up their shots, like I did in the beginning of this clip. For me personally, I have it somewhere in between. Pull it kind of fast, but not to the point of spraying. So, as you can see at this point, I've pulled out the L11 sniper. You'll rarely see me snipe. I'm not a very good sniper. If you guys want, I could make a sniper montage. I don't know how good it would be, but I could put together some clips. If you guys leave suggestions in the comments below, like always, I'd be glad to. Moving forward, my secondary is, like always, the P99 pistol, or at least for this prestige, that's what I liked using. Coming up, I have a pretty nice clip outgunning 2 people that were focused on me with the single P99. But for now, I'll be playing Ring Around the Rosie with some of the guys in this building. I pretty much spend the whole match doing that, considering they place tactical insertions in the building. So I have a fun time just killing them over and over again without them realizing that they can't, in fact, outgun me. But that's besides the point. As you can see coming up right here, bam, 1 down, bam, 2 down. P99 pistol, outgunned them. Pretty good stuff, except I missed the knife on this guy and get XM25 grenade launched to freaking high hell. As far as killstreaks and equipment, set up as usual for me. Stun grenades, or as they're called in this game, concussion grenades, followed by Bouncing Betty, and the killstreak setup would be Predatorial at 5, the Raper at 9, and the Ass Clapper at 11. As you can see here, taking the 1-shot headshot to my advantage. And on that note, whenever I've gotten into a close range battle with the MK14 and didn't really have time to pull out my secondary for the close range aspect of it, I find that, as horrible as it sounds, just kind of spraying it with obviously an element of aim will usually result in you winning, because you can pull off that headshot pretty easily, and that's a 1-shot, and that's an immediate kill. You're done. Game over. So as you can see, this guy is trying to be aware of me. He knows I killed him last time with his little TI being cute, but I win. As far as the map Bakaara goes, I think it's definitely an assault rifle map. There are elements of SMG range in it, but much more often than not, it's assault. Because as you can see, these kills right here would not be SMG range unless you're using the cracked out MP7, in which case, go ahead. Yeah, that works too. So as you can see, I'm kind of holding off this little one area right here, just trying to be the anti-camper. But at this point, I realize I can't get out. I'm having trouble. There's buckets in my way. so I have to kind of hold it down a little longer than I want to. So I have to check all corners while looking for an exit. Look at this. I'm running into pillars. I'm just sloppy right now. Finally, I managed to navigate around, find the exit, and get out of that building so I could call in the Raper. Well, that was, like always, a quick AC-130. I think I just laid there in shock for a second at how quickly they shot that thing down. But anyway, I recently stumbled across a nice video, kind of a tutorial on how not to rage in this game. And I think that's super key in doing well in Modern Warfare 3 is to have your wits about you. And when you're angry, you don't have your wits about you. So I think I'm going to try to make a tutorial of my own, obviously with some gameplay in the background. But I'd love it if you guys would, as always, leave just suggestions on if you'd like that or not. Yeah, rage tutorial. Yay or nay? Up to you guys. Which more than likely will actually contain footage or tips on how to not rage. And yeah, I mean, being one of the biggest ragers in this game, I think I would know personally on some important tips. So here I make a pretty stupid move on going out to three guys instead of letting them come to me and using the element of surprise, which I could have clearly won if I had let them come to me. Right there I got a nice little predator missile on the camper in the building. Call that thing right through the balcony. And at around this time we'll be coming up on the end of the video. Not quite there yet, so I could throw down a few more tips for kill confirmed. I already talked about this in my last video, or my first video actually. Some important things to know, such as get the tags when there's sufficient cover. Try to get your own tags, obviously, extra points, good stuff, but not to the point of stupidity. Here is the final kill cam. I shoot that guy coming up behind me, knife the guy with the tactical insertion. And some of you may be saying, OMG, how'd you know that guy was coming up behind you? Well, using sound, I was able to hear the tink of the bouncing Betty, the infamous tink, and make the conclusion. So as you can see, 40 and 4. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe.